So with every bit of good news that we have in the Call of Duty community, bad news must follow. We had the Verdansk 84 nuke event where we saw the whole map get nuked, maybe a bit of a disappointment to some people. Personally, I really enjoyed it and there was a load of hype behind it. We get the new Warzone map, it is great news, everything is fantastic, but then bad news has to follow in the form of the Call of Duty 2021 title might not even be dropping in 2021. We're going to be discussing that very topic in this video. If it's delayed, how long are we looking at, and does this pave the way for the Ural Mountains map for Warzone? So I'm going to be discussing all of that within this video, so without further ado, let's jump into it. But before we begin, if you guys are new, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're going to get a whole load more Call of Duty 2021 news. We're going to get details on why it was actually delayed and possible release dates in the near future. So if you want to stay up to date with all the latest Call of Duty 2021 news and information, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like. It does help me out and it does help the channel out. First of all though, I want to touch on the nuke event that we got a couple of days ago, and I've been surfing the internet, looking on Twitter, and apparently every man, woman, child, dog and parrot absolutely despised this event. Now I do have to agree with some of the views and also disagree as well. I think there was so much hype behind this event, the community came together and loved it. I think at one point Call of Duty and Warzone had 17.5 million viewers live on Twitch. That's also excluding all of the YouTube views, that's also excluding all the people that have it set to Cold War that they're streaming or set to Modern Warfare. So overall, there could have been like 25 million plus people watching this event live. And I have to say that part 1 of the nuke event was actually really good. It was fun. If you died, you turned into a zombie, you had to kill all the humans, but also very disappointing at the same time because there was no real storyline behind why that happened. Why did we just turn into a zombie and then it get nuked? That was sort of explained in part 2 when they said Verdansk is lost and it's been overrun with zombies, so they had to go and nuke it. But when they did nuke it, they could have also done so much more. Like, they just zoomed out and rewound time. What if the whole of Rebirth Island, the whole of Verdansk got overrun and then they had to jump into a time portal to go back in time to stop it ever happening again? Obviously, these are just theories and sort of hindsight, but you also have to think that that Warzone storyline has to tie in with Cold War storyline because all the universes are now connected via Warzone. I do think that they did a lot of good in this event, but there's just a few things that they need to scratch up on to get to that Fortnite level where there's loads of hype behind it and you've got everyone in the community saying how good this event is, and not just a 50-50 split of some people saying it's really good or some people saying it's really bad. Now, we actually found out that Call of Duty World War II Vanguard or Call of Duty 2021 was in a bad position and a bad state a few weeks ago when Tom Henson actually tweeted out saying that if he gets 500 likes on a tweet, he will draw a picture of Vanguard. And then he replied to that tweet with a steaming pile of shit. Now, I have to say that when I originally first saw this tweet, I wasn't really worried and I didn't really take it with any form of notice because Call of Duty is no stranger to time constraints. Black Ops Cold War is literally the perfect example of that. They developed that game, or started developing it, in May of 2019. They then released it in November of 2020, giving them just over a year to develop an entire game with multiplayer, with zombies, and with a campaign. So I have to say, overall, when I saw this, I just thought, right, well, it doesn't matter because Activision will find a way to release this game on time this year. But then the Modern Warfare 2 ghost cropped up out of nowhere and tweets his absolute bombshell. He said in a tweet he got the green light to share this. There is still no certain release date for Vanguard. This is the latest that a firm decision has been made about the release, and it's still possible that we will not see Vanguard this year. He then went on to reply to that tweet saying there is talks of some kind of revamp for Modern Warfare 2019 or a flow of more content for it. So what does this actually mean for Call of Duty World War II Vanguard, and more importantly, the release for this game? And I would first like to say, before you all go panicking and shouting and running for the hills and grabbing your pitchforks and charging at Activision saying, do not delay this game, we don't like Cold War, you have to remember that this is Activision, they are a business, and they have proven in the past that they do not care if they release an unfinished, unpolished game, because what they will do is they will release a partial finished game and then add in content that should have been shipped with the game as DLC later on. So honestly, as much as this potentially is true, and probably is because these reliable leakers in the community, Activision finds a way all of the time, and the perfect example of that is Cold War. Cold War should have ideally had another 6 to 9 months of extra development so they can polish everything off, but instead they decide to use recycled content and recycled assets in their new game. It happened in Black Ops 4, it's happening in Call of Duty Cold War, and it's no doubt going to happen again, maybe even in Vanguard, depending on how much of a state it's in. But then that begs the question, what is going to happen with the Ural Mountains map? Surely we can't just get a reskin of a map that we've had for already a year as a new map that we're going to have to wait another year to see a new map. In my opinion, what they could potentially do with this, and I'll have an entire video on it, is use this Verdansk 84 map to tide us over maybe until August or potentially even November, and then you release the Ural Mountains map in sort of December, November time when the premium title would be due to release. That way you don't waste all your hard work you put in the Ural Mountains, and you get to keep the Call of Duty community happy. But let me know what your thoughts and theories are down in the comment section below. If you guys are new, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like if you did enjoy, and thank you all so much for watching. But this is LUKEY, and I'm signing out. Peace.